Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Stefanie Drysdale's weekly cybersecurity recap, number 16 for Friday, April 24th, 2020. Ms. Stefanie, welcome to your own show.
Thank you, Chuck. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are things with the COVID, as we like to call it? Everything proceeding out there in Illinois?
It is. It's spreading like we don't want it to, but it's doing what we expect it to do.
All right, very good. So tell us what's going on in the cyber world.
Sure. So this week I shared a couple articles on where you can find some non-medical grade masks. May become a mandate in different places. I know that neighboring cities of Chicago are all asking their citizens to wear masks. As of May 1st, we're going to have to as well. So if you haven't already, now would be a good time to get those heading your way. They recommend one made of cotton, has a filter pouch in it. It should cover your nose and your chin with no gaps. Should be able to hold in a sneeze. Buy a bunch and make sure to wash it before you wear it. Chuck and I were fortunate to sit down this week and speak with Adam Honor, the former head of security for Dyson. We talked about returning to work post-crisis. That was a really, really helpful interview with Adam with lots of really great advice. So make sure you catch that. Dr. Bill Frist shared a video this week discussing Nashville's plans for milestones transitioning out of the shelter in place and back to opening of the city. Governor Pritzker of Illinois did the same, talking about kind of what we're doing now. Our shelter in place expires the end of the month, but has been extended to the end of May. But there will be certain businesses allowed to reopen. You have to wear masks in public now. Looking for more testing, more capacity, and to keep the curve flattened out a bit. So I'm sure that a lot of other cities will be seeing similar things. This is definitely the tested model rather than cold turkey. Do not, sorry, the mayor of Las Vegas, definitely not some advice that I would take on that one, but just gradual return, grab your masks. Ivan Savoff and Bob Carver shared an article that called attention to an iPhone vulnerability that's not yet been fully addressed. It would allow a bad actor to hack your iPhone without even you clicking on anything. So, and they recommend you using Gmail or Outlook as your mail server for the app for your mail versus the one that's built into the iPhone naturally. So keep an eye out for that. So our friends over at Banyan Risk Group, they created a video that poses some of the scenarios for potential new world order post-COVID-19, from an increase in stimulus scams to global supply chain reform. So that's definitely worth checking out. Kevin Mitnick, hacker extraordinaire, shared a video on how easy it was for him to use some hacking skills and some good social engineering to duplicate a key card to grant access into an office building. So great tips and good training for your team to let them know how to protect their key cards and to not have theirs scammed and duplicated. BrianKrebs shared a fairly elaborate scam that criminals use to outsmart a trained professional to separate him from his bank account. Really important tips in there. Make sure you read through that and know that if someone calls you out of the blue, they could be very patient in getting your information over the course of days or even weeks. So know what to look for. And as we always say, go back to the source itself and don't necessarily just respond to someone reaching out to you. Peter Robert did an interview this week sharing some legal guidance regarding your rights as an employee if you've been laid off during the COVID crisis. So be sure to catch that, especially if you feel like that is your situation or it could be your situation. And that's what I have for you this week. I hope everyone is well, staying healthy and sane. And I hope that we're going to get back to things or at least start taking steps in that direction. So be well, and we'll talk to y'all soon.